The bazaar comes with its own disco lighting. Compliments of all the holes in the roof. Hi, buddy. Hey, baby boy. Aren't you cute? Baby boy, MVP of Adair Farm, my employee of the month every month, recently got into a fight with a big tomcat twice his size who was coming to steal his food. Baby boy got lacerated up pretty bad. He had cuts on his head, down his neck and shoulders, and even on his nose. He had a bloody nose when he came to find Papa. Broke my heart, but he was tough. He stuck it out, came to get Dad. Dad put the trap out and we trapped that big old tomcat, and we moved him to Grandma's farm where he can't get into any trouble. So baby boy's relaxing now. He's got a few days off. I think he can sense that the competition is gone. This is the normal animal trap that we use for raccoons. It's a live animal trap. It doesn't injure the animal. It just traps them in a cage and I relocate them. This one is significantly larger. And I'll tell you why. Hi, baby boy. Do you want to tell everybody what happened? Baby boy's pretty upset, but suffice it to say, our little guardian met up with an enemy that he was ill-equipped to handle. A big stray dog came to the farm. Baby boy had to become scarce, and that big stray dog killed all but 2 of the hens. Not all at once, but picked them off one at a time over the course of maybe a couple weeks. I didn't know what it was. I didn't know what was happening to them because we weren't finding evidence until pretty recently, 6 days ago. I was actually bitten by a copperhead snake. I'm okay now, but it really sucked at the time. And I spent, this is Little Mallow and Midnight, our 2 girls, the only 2 left. So I got bit by a copperhead on Tuesday night, late in the evening while gathering firewood. Just in the yard, not in the woods or anything. It was just their hunting time around sundown and I must have accidentally stepped on one. I was wearing sandals, which was probably a pretty bad idea. But suffice it to say, I didn't see the snake until it bit me, right on the bare side of my foot, right through the open straps of my chacos. And it felt like somebody smashed my foot with a hammer. And it continued to feel like that for an hour, maybe an hour and a half, while my wife drove me to the hospital. The closest hospital is an hour from our house. So by the time I got there, I was in significant pain. I was nauseous. I'd been throwing up in the car, both from the pain and the anxiety, I think. But they took care of me. I went to the Cherokee Nation Hospital and I received 12 vials of antivenom, which is worth $84,000. And every nurse and doctor that saw me made sure to let me know how much money they were dumping directly into my veins. I spent 2 nights in the ICU and I responded really well to the antivenom. So they let me come home. I walked around on crutches for a couple days, walked on a cane a little bit. Now I'm pretty much back up to speed. It's been 6 days. I still have pain in my foot when I walk around on it a little bit, but no more than like an ankle sprain. So what am I saying all this for? Well, while I was gone in the hospital is when the stray dog attacked one of the most recent hens that it killed, and my wife witnessed it, and she's so brave. This is the second time my wife has chased off a stray dog on the farm without any sort of self-protection or thought about her own safety. Which, of course, once I heard this, I was pretty upset about, especially since the baby was here with her. I was in the hospital. I just felt like I had no control over the things that were happening on the farm. So now that I'm back, I bought that large animal trap, and I'm gonna work on catching the stray dog, and I guess take them to animal control. I don't know. But they're not allowed to live here, and they aren't allowed to eat my hens. So I guess I'll turn them over to the justice system and we'll see what happens. Something else I'd like to show you, since I know it's been a while since we updated. I guess I buried the lead in there. The reason I haven't updated in a while is because my wife and I had a baby. My wife did most of the work. I basically rubbed her back and held her hand while she had a baby, but I was glad that I could be there and at least be that much help. So yeah, I've been too busy and had other things on my mind, but here's one thing that's happened. I built a fence around what would be like the main farmhouse here and the front, back, and side yards. So I call this fence phase 1 because I do plan to build more fences here and build animal pens, and I want like 3 concentric rings of fencing that I can control with gates. I built all these gates myself. Yay. They're pretty simple, but it's exactly what I need them to do. So this goes, let me get up here to the corner. I'm already getting sunburned. I've only been out here for like half an hour. It goes all the way down this side of the property, all the way to the mailbox, and all the way to the chicken house here, and then wraps around the back of the house. There are 9 gates. Each gate is numbered and uniquely decorated. Each gate has a solar powered lantern so you can spot them at night, so you know you're not just wandering along the fence line looking for a gate in the dark. And that's phase 1. And so now that we have a fence around the house, I'd like to start looking at getting a dog, probably in the next 3 months when our baby is about 6 months old. From looking online, apparently that's a good age to introduce animals, unless you already have them. Obviously, dogs love babies, but apparently babies don't really start taking an interest in animals until about 6 months. So I thought it'd be nice timing. Allow Ivory to get a wonderful new surprise. That's her name, that's my daughter's name. Allow her to get a wonderful new surprise friend that she can start to work on relationship skills with. And that dog can help us protect at least what's inside this yard. Here is what all the gates will eventually look like. The one I showed you over there, which is gate number 1, is 2-dimensional right now. It's just a doorway. Eventually I want to make all of them into a little pergola style arbor, and I'm going to grow vining plants all over them so that every gate entrance will be like a nice, beautiful vine covered pass through. I plan to grow blackberries and blueberries all along the fence line. I've already got a dozen blueberry plants and half a dozen blackberry plants. Here's another gate. So yeah, they're all just gonna be some flavor of that with cool stuff growing on them. Here's a big double gate that I built for the driveway. That way, no matter which side of the car you get out of, you've got a gate. Also, that one is wide enough for the lawnmower. There's so much method in my madness. That's all. We had a kid, I got bit by a snake and I built a fence, and now I'm gonna catch a dog. A wasp is chasing me. So now you're caught up. Hi, welcome back. So I got some boots. I don't know how well you can see them.
It's my $350 snake-proof, waterproof, looking pretty cool boots. It'll never happen again. Well, that's about it. You're caught up now, but I'm not, so I better get back to it.